You're not burned out. You're just addicted to comfort. Are you really tired or just soft? Because there's a difference between being overwhelmed and being under challenged. You're not running on empty. You've just been idling in neutral for way too long. This isn't burnout. This is what happens when you overdose on convenience, when you treat every discomfort like a disease, and you start calling numbness a personality trait. Here's the hard truth. You're not exhausted from doing too much. You're exhausted from doing too little that actually matters. In this video, we're going to break down the comfort addiction epidemic and why it's turning high potential people into background noise. Let's rip the band-aid off. You don't need a vacation. You need a wake-up call. Most people walk around acting like life hit them with a truck when really they tripped over their own laziness and called it trauma. You wake up tired, not because you didn't sleep enough, but because your brain is bored out of its mind. No stimulation, no risk, no growth, just a conveyor belt of safe choices. You don't need more sleep. You need a reason to get up. Because here's the thing, real energy doesn't come from rest. It comes from resistance. You feel most alive when you're doing hard things, when you're pushing back against your own comfort zone like it owes you money. Comfort feels good until it becomes a prison. Let me guess how your day goes. You wake up to your third alarm. You grab your phone before your brain even boots up. You scroll past 17 videos of other people doing the life you want, while you hide under a blanket pretending that counts as recovery. Maybe you answer a few emails just to feel useful. And by 3 p.m., you're somehow drained from doing absolutely nothing. Sound familiar? That's not burnout. And that's what I call low-effort rot. You're not overwhelmed. You're underused. Your soul's screaming for impact, and you're feeding it banana bread and Wi-Fi. You're not depressed. You're understimulated. There's this idea that every bit of emotional fatigue needs to be treated with rest, self-care, or whatever healing crystal Instagram is selling today. But here's the plot twist. Sometimes you're not sad. You're just bored out of your mind because you haven't felt a real challenge in weeks. We've replaced real ambition with mental health days we don't need. We act like walking outside without headphones is brave. We call folding laundry a win. Here's a stat for you. In a 2022 study by the CDC, 1 in 3 adults reported feeling emotionally checked out on a weekly basis. But you know what they weren't doing? Anything meaningful. Turns out numbing out isn't the cure, it's the cause. The lie you keep telling yourself, I'll get to it when I have more energy. No, you won't, because energy doesn't show up before the work. It shows up because of the work. Your body's a machine, not a battery. It doesn't charge by sitting still. It charges through motion, through focus, through friction. Waiting to feel ready is like waiting for the gym to call you and offer you a six-pack. You don't need more motivation. You need momentum. You've confused safety with purpose. You've built your life like a padded room, soft, quiet, and completely risk-free. No deadlines, no expectations, no pressure. You tell yourself you're protecting your peace, but really, you're just avoiding life. And every day you stay in that bubble, your potential shrinks a little more. There's no spark, no fire, just soft lights, good vibes, and the slow decay of everything you could have been. Comfort is a slow death in disguise. It's the nice mattress you never get out of. The warm bath that drowns your drive. The quiet little killer with a fluffy blanket. So what do you do about it? Here's a wild idea. Suffer on purpose. Do something today that makes you sweat. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Doesn't matter. Make a phone call you've been avoiding. Hit the gym before you hit snooze. Say no to scrolling and yes to boredom. And then use that boredom to build something. Train your nervous system to stop associating discomfort with danger. Because guess what? Growth feels like anxiety at first. If you're not scared, you're not doing it right. You don't need a new job. You need new habits. Stop romanticizing escape. You don't need to quit everything and move to Bali. What you need is to stop negotiating with your own weakness. Make one hard decision today. Sit with one uncomfortable truth. Do one thing your future self will thank you for, and your present self will hate you for. That's how you heal. Not with another playlist, not with another nap, but with work, with sweat, with friction. You're not stuck, you're just comfy. And comfort is the cheapest drug on the market. Available 24/7, no effort required. Side effects include regret, restlessness, and a complete loss of purpose. It numbs you just enough to make you forget you're miserable. But deep down, you weren't built for this. You were built to fight, to build, to burn a little, not to float through life wrapped in Wi-Fi and almond milk lattes. Final gut punch. You're not burned out. You've just never pushed past the part where it hurts and kept going. You mistake resistance for a red flag, when it's actually the green light. Comfort is easy, but so is becoming irrelevant. You can either be sore or stuck. Pick one. Watch the next video, or don't. Just don't pretend you didn't hear this. Check out this next video.